The old emperor has passed away.
An ill omen has struck. One of the maiden candidates entering the palace today bears an unlucky horoscope.
Take her away and send her to guard the imperial mausoleum. Don't let her be an eyesore here.
Late emperor, why did you leave in such a hurry? Why is the paint peeling off this spirit tablet? Ah! Would you believe me if I said the table started it?
Go to the side hall right now, immediately. Right this second. Don't you touch another single brick in the main hall.
Has anyone ever cleaned this place? The dust is thicker than the wall.
Earthquake, run!
Sir, this time the wall really did start it, honestly.
The Prince Regent is coming. Chu Zhaozhao, you'd better pray for mercy.
Why is it you again?
Your Highness, please hear me out. I really was just cleaning.
Guards, send her to the vegetable garden.
The vegetable garden.
That is right, since everything you touch collapses. Go ruin the radishes and cabbages instead.
Managing to make the imperial mausoleum collapse while cleaning. Miss, you're truly the first. Ha 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 ha.
Nanny, what should I do now?
Simple. Just pick all the bugs off the vegetable leaves.
Surely nothing can go wrong with catching bugs, right? Haha, I'm so lucky. An extra dish for dinner tonight.
Lady Zhaozhao, are these mushrooms really edible?
Of course they are. Back in my hometown, I often picked this kind of mushroom to make soup. It is so delicious.
But the spots on these caps look rather scary.
Don't worry. They grew in the royal vegetable garden. What could possibly go wrong? At least nothing went wrong this time.
This soup smells so good. Should we send some to the Empress Dowager's palace too? The Empress Dowager has had a poor appetite lately.
Send it to the Empress Dowager. What if something goes wrong? That doesn't seem like a good idea. My cooking skills are crude. I'm afraid it won't please the Empress Dowager.
How could it not? The Empress Dowager loves mushroom soup the most.
I can't just tell her outright that I think these mushrooms might be poisonous.
Oh right, Manager Liu said. His Majesty will also dine today and told me to prepare extra.
Quick, summon the imperial physician. The Empress Dowager has fainted. The young emperor is vomiting violently as well.
It was this maidservant who picked the poisonous mushrooms.
What a disaster. I'm afraid my entire clan will be executed this time.
Chu Zhaozhao.
This humble woman is here.
The imperial mausoleum collapsed, so this prince sent you to the vegetable garden. And yet, you had the audacity to meddle with the imperial meals.
Your Highness, please see reason. I really just wanted to help.
Help? You helped the Empress Dowager into a coma and helped the young emperor vomit and suffer diarrhea. Splendid.
Ah. What did you say?
For a talent like you, not sending you for a marriage alliance with the enemy would truly be a waste.
A marriage alliance to the enemy state? Isn't that just sending me to my death? Your Highness, this humble woman is clumsy. I fear I would bring shame upon great Liang.
No matter. This prince sees the crown prince of Northern Yan is quite sturdy. He should be able to endure your havoc.
I'm completely doomed now. Just great. Not only am I doomed, but I also have to go ruin the neighboring crown prince.
This girl is truly cursed. Whatever she touches gets ruined.
Isn't that right? I heard that on the day the mausoleum collapsed. The Vice Minister of Works fainted, right on the spot. He had just inspected and approved the place the day before, thumping his chest and boasting that it would last another 100 years.
Please wait, young lady. I am Xuanlingzi, Director of the Imperial Astronomical Bureau. May I read your palm? Fascinating. Your destiny is exceedingly rare, young lady.
What do you mean, Master?
Heaven's secrets cannot be fully revealed. However, remember this: fortune lies within misfortune, and misfortune lurks within fortune.
What does that signify?
Your journey to Northern Yan may not necessarily be a bad thing.
On my first day in the palace, I jinxed the emperor to death. After one day of guarding the bier, the imperial mausoleum collapsed. And now, I nearly poisoned half the palace. With my luck, I bet even King Yan wouldn't dare claim my soul.
Do not fear, young lady. Though Crown Prince Yuan of Northern Yan has a bit of a temper, he is remarkably handsome.
Does the handsome crown prince know he is marrying a harbinger of doom? 3 days, we're finally here. Is that Crown Prince Yuan?
Indeed it is. Just look at his stature and imposing presence.
Ah.
Are you Chu Zhaozhao?
Ah, haha. If I told you this is a custom of Daliang, would your highness believe me?
Hemp, hurry and follow. If we miss the auspicious hour, you will be held accountable.
Why are Northern Yan's wedding customs so tedious? I'm practically being worked to death. No one's even helping me into the bridal sedan. I can't even get in.
Lift the sedan.
Ouch.
What happened?
Reporting to your highness, the sedan pole suddenly...
Get down and walk.
Seriously, what terrible luck. This is utterly humiliating. I'm so exhausted, my legs are like jelly. Hurry and take it, you clumsy hands.
Hold it steady.
Ah. Ah.
Chu Zhaozhao.
This really wasn't my fault this time. Your Highness, look out.
Who on earth are you?
Hehe, just an ordinary Liang woman.
I'll sleep in the study tonight.
The stables have collapsed, and the kitchen caught fire. The Crown Prince's beloved dog suddenly went bald.
Your Highness, this is already the 7th accident. Why don't we consult a shaman?
Go summon one.
This woman's fate brings grave misfortune. Keeping her close will surely lead to disaster.
Is there any cure?
She must bathe in Black Dog's blood, and then...
The wedding is off. Return all the betrothal gifts. Send 10 extra cartloads of medicinal herbs to apologize to the Emperor of Daliang.
This is against protocol.
Protocol. Look at this protocol. Look at this protocol. And look at this protocol.
Actually, I can explain.
Silence.
Now the Prince Regent is definitely going to have me beheaded.
You may rise. Northern Yan has retreated. Yuan Huan wrote the peace treaty in his own hand. He would rather cede 3 cities. than ever lay eyes on you again. This prince is quite curious. How did you manage in just 3 days to terrify Northern Yan's fiercest crown prince out of his wits?
Would your highness believe me if I said I didn't do a thing?
Chu Zhaozhao, this prince suddenly thinks that keeping you by my side might not be so bad after all.
Why do I feel like that is even worse than being dragged out and beheaded?
Summonon, come here. Escort Lady Chu to the Cold Palace.
The Cold Palace is great. The Cold Palace is great. Otherwise, if anything else goes wrong, I'll have so many ways to die I could draw them like cards.
Have you heard? The Northern Yan people even call her the jinx consort.
That is not all. My cousin serves at the border, and he says before going into battle, Northern Yan soldiers all pray to her portrait, begging never to run into her again.
Great. Not only am I famous in Daliang, I'm even a hit in the enemy nation. With my kind of luck, even weeds have a stronger will to survive than me. Good heavens, are you playing tricks on me? Fine, I'm used to it. Though the Cold Palace is dilapidated, at least it is quiet. Nobody bothers me. Highs. I'll plant some seeds I swiped from the imperial kitchen to pass the time. I don't really know how to grow them, but watering them can't hurt. It has only been a day. What on earth did this grow into? It is even glowing. Ah, that scared me. My arm went completely numb. Is it poisonous grass or a celestial herb? What the heck is this thing? Could it get any weirder? It even has a guardian butterfly.
Lady Chu, hurry. The Empress Dowager has a headache again, and the imperial physicians are powerless. I heard you have a miraculous medicine here.
That thing. Are you sure you want to feed it to the Empress Dowager?
Positive. The Imperial Observatory said there is an auspicious sign here.
An auspicious sign? I'm afraid it might just kill someone. Just accept our fate, my poor 9 clans.
Zhaozhao, my child, you truly are my lucky star.
You flatter me, your Imperial Majesty. He must be recording evidence of my crimes again.
Chu Zhaozhao. Very well.
Your lordship, I really didn't cause any trouble this time.
This prince knows.
What on earth does he mean? I heard the imperial court was in an uproar the next day. Imperial censor Wang took the lead in impeaching me, claiming that I was an enchantress, claiming I bewitched the Empress Dowager with sorcery. But that very evening, as he went down the steps, he missed his footing and broke his leg.
Sister Chu, old man Wang broke his leg. Serves him right.
Heavens above, I swear it wasn't me this time.
Sister Chu, you're even more amazing than the Grand Preceptor.
I'm doomed. Now there is no way I can clear my name. Think a mere lock can stop me. What on earth is this? 3:45 p.m. Target made contact with the 3rd peony on the east side of the Imperial Garden. Bird droppings incident occurred immediately after. Shen Yan, you pervert. Suspected pattern of ability. Returns malice twofold. Toward those with goodwill. Why is the rest smudged with ink?
Seen enough?
Your Highness. This is a misunderstanding.
If I remember correctly, this is the 8th time you've tampered with my personal belongings.
He is actually keeping count.
Don't move.
BB brother. Let's talk this through.
Let us go, or I'll kill her.
Save me, save me, save me. Ha ha ha.
care to explain?
It really wasn't me this time.
You ate that date pit. You touched that roof tile, the pillar fell. And you leaned against that wall yesterday. Chu Zhaozhao, are you cursed, or is this a special power?
If I could control this power, Censor Wang would be the first one slipping on banana peels every day.
Humph.
My lord, you look really handsome when you smile. Damn it, my bad habit of speaking before thinking is acting up again. The next day, I found that 3 shadow guards came to report outside the cold palace. They introduced themselves saying the Prince Regent sent them to monitor. No, keep records of me. I knew right then things weren't that simple.
Miss Chu, could you please retrace the path you walked last night? This subordinate wants to record the exact landing spot of the date pit. The trajectory of this falling roof tile is well worth studying. My lord said to keep them alive for a control experiment.
Are all of Shen Yan's men completely insane?
The battle in the northern frontier is critical. Please make a swift decision, Your Highness.
This prince already has a countermeasure.
This is...
Hang 3 portraits of Chu Zhaozhao on each city wall, and absolute victory is assured.
Absurd. Absurd. She is a nation. Ruining witch.
Any more objections?
Sister Chu is more formidable than an army of 100,000.
Quiet. Come with us.
Good sir. Are you truly sure you want to kidnap me?
Silence. Our master wishes to see you. You're a witch.
It should still not be too late if you let me go now.
The 103rd attack. The rebound effect is even stronger than before.
Is this even a study? The walls are covered with portraits of me and dozens of volumes of Chronicles of Zhaozhao. Is this even a study? The walls are covered with portraits of me and dozens of volumes of Chronicles of Zhaozhao. Pervert. He even tracked every fruit pit I tossed with complete precision. Your Highness, to think you would spy on me like this.
It is academic research. Surveillance stems from suspicion. Study is driven by genuine interest.
What interest?
For example, there is a 90% chance you will spit out your tea.
This woman has an extraordinary fate. She possesses a karmic backlash constitution, unseen in a millennium.
Please explain, Taoist master.
In short, anyone who harbors ill intent toward her shall suffer misfortune, while those who treat her kindly shall be blessed with good fortune.
Can it be calculated?
According to my calculations, for every fraction malice increases, the backlash grows by 15%.
Haha, Yanner. Are you planning to open a painting studio?
Mother, I am handling official duties.
Official duties? You even recorded where the lady spat her fruit pits.
7th month, 3rd day. Zhaozhao ate 28 jujubes. The landing positions of the pits are as follows.
Oh, Zhaozhao. Yanner has been like this since childhood. Whatever he cherishes, he must study thoroughly.
Like studying me as if I'm some medicinal herb.
When he was 8, he kept a snow hare and wrote a 3-volume breeding journal for it.
A study on Zhaozhao's anomalies. Reasons. First, concern that she may invite disaster. Second, fear of unforeseen mishaps. Third, unknown. Shen Yan, you blockhead.
After 100 verifications, my palpitations have nothing to do with the state affairs.
Chu Zhaozhao, you witch.
Lord Wang, your leg.
Shut up. Even if I have to crawl today, I will crawl to the Imperial Hall to impeach you.
Ever since the Empress Dowager praised me as a lucky star, the ministers have been looking at me as if I were some kind of dreaded scourge.
My lords, what is the meaning of this?
Your Highness, this woman deceives the public with her witchcraft and bewitches the Empress Dowager. We implore your Highness to investigate thoroughly.
Oh, Lord Wang, what evidence do you have?
Ever since she entered the palace, the late Emperor's memorial tablet collapsed. The Imperial kitchen suffered mass poisoning, and the Northern Yan Crown Prince broke off the engagement. Every single incident is related to her. If she is not a witch, what is she?
Those were clearly all accidents.
Lady Chu is right. They were indeed all accidents.
Your Highness, you must not be enchanted by this sorceress.
Ah, Lord Wang, this really wasn't my doing.
Your Majesty, if this woman is not eliminated, our kingdom is doomed.
Your Majesty, this subject heard she planted demonic herbs in the cold palace, attracting strange butterflies. This is an omen of great misfortune.
My dear ministers, Grandmother Empress Dowager said Sister Chu brings good fortune.
May your Majesty see clearly. May your Majesty see clearly. The Empress Dowager must have been.
It seems Lord Wang should not speak today.
Haha, this old man is having terribly bad luck today. Haha.
This subject has a memorial to present. Northern Yan's army is pressing upon our borders. We urge your Majesty to decide quickly.
I already have a strategy. Look, everyone. If we put them here, here, and here.
Your Highness, what do you mean?
Post 3 portraits of Lady Chu in every city, and our victory is guaranteed.
Absurd. This is sabotaging military affairs.
Oh, then how about Lord Wang goes to the front line to supervise the army himself?
My leg injury has not healed yet.
Then it is settled.
I feel completely overwhelmed. My prince, about those portraits.
What are you unwilling?
Wait. I just think, isn't this drawing too much attention?
Chu Zhaozhao. Do you know why the Crown Prince of Northern Yan broke the engagement? Because he laced your betrothal gifts with poison. Yet, mysteriously enough, all that poison ended up spilled into his own meals. So, do you think this prince is using you as a weapon? This prince is protecting you. In the palace. At least I can keep an eye on you.
Your Highness, terrible news. Censor Wang has fallen into the koi pond.
It wasn't me.
Sister Chu, do you really know magic? Censor Wang gets cursed whenever he sees you. Teach us. We want to make the Grand Tutor's beard vanish.
Your Majesty. Your Majesty, I really don't know any magic.
Censor Wang has bad luck, simply because evil deeds bring retribution. Fresh pastries from the Imperial kitchen.
How did your Highness know I like these?
The Chronicles of Zhaozhao, Volume 7 records. Upon seeing Osmanthus' cake, her eyes sparkled like stars, and she ate 3 pieces in a row.
Unbelievable, this man is truly hopeless. A few days later, the Northern Yan army advanced on the border. Even more absurdly, Shen Yan specifically demanded that I join the military expedition. I'm not going. I'm not going. Not over my dead body.
Lady Chu, this is the prince's order.
Then tell the prince to come say it to my face.
This prince is here. Are you that afraid of going to the front lines?
My prince, you know full well what my luck is like. What if, on the battlefield?
It is precisely because I know that I am taking you. The Northern Yan army has already breached 3 cities. If this continues, things will get very troublesome later.
Then all the more reason to let me stay in the palace. Didn't you say that posting my portrait could drive the enemy back?
In fact, they did retreat 30 li. However, Yuan Huan refuses to believe in the supernatural and is personally leading his army to our borders. He claims he will personally slay you, the sorceress.
Is this Crown Prince of Northern Yan out of his mind? 3 days later, clad in custom-made armor, I sat in the carriage, having lost all desire to live. This armor was allegedly crafted overnight by Shen Yan's orders, with my name even engraved across the chest. Is he afraid the enemy won't know who I am? Have some water.
You sorceress, you did this on purpose.
Lord Wang, hasn't your leg injury still not healed? Why did you come along?
This old minister must witness this sorceress, meet her demise with my own eyes.
Who meets their demise is yet to be decided.
Afraid?
Not at all. It is just the strong wind getting into my eyes.
Don't worry. With me around.
Report. The Crown Prince of Northern Yan is shouting before the battle lines, demanding that Lady Chu step outside the city alone.
Seeking death.
Chu Zhaozhao, this prince shall expose your sorcery today.
Your Highness. Can't we talk this over nicely?
Save your breath. Release the arrows. This is impossible.
Cough, cough, cough. Your Highness, are you all right?
You sorceress, what kind of witchcraft did you use?
I didn't do anything.
Attack again, all forces charge.
What happened next could truly go down in history. The moment the Northern Yan army charged forward, they encountered unprecedented misfortune. The soldiers in the very front tripped and fell in heaps all over the ground. All the archers' bowstrings suddenly snapped. The supply wagons caught fire for no reason. Best of all, Yuan Huan's command tent, which was standing perfectly fine in the rear, was suddenly struck by a bolt of lightning, burning it completely to ashes.
Chu Zhaozhao, just you wait.
My lord, did I cause trouble again?
No. You have rendered a great service.
Ha ha ha. Lady Chu is truly a heroine. I could tell all along that Lady Chu was extraordinary. Lady Chu, would you consider taking an apprentice? Ha ha ha.
Sister Chu, we also want to learn your magic.
Your Majesty, this isn't magic, it is.
This is the will of heaven. 1 cup to celebrate our victory, and 1 cup to seal our love.
My lord, what did you say?
109th verification, the rapid heartbeat, has nothing to do with the nation's fortune. It really wasn't you this time.
I swear to heaven, it really wasn't my doing this time.
By the grace of heaven, the Emperor decrees, Lady Chu Mingzhao is virtuous and gentle of character. She is hereby betrothed to Prince Regent Shen Yan, with an auspicious date to be chosen for the wedding.
Aren't I a jinx? Could it be that I haven't woken up yet?
Ha ha ha. Sister Chu, accept the imperial decree quickly.
This humble maiden obeys the decree.
Sister Chu, here is an embroidered pouch I made myself. Sister Chu, this is a secret recipe rouge, princess consort.
3 months ago, these people still called me a witch. Now they are scrambling to flatter me.
Make way. Return to the estate.
The Prince Regent's estate is even more luxurious than I imagined. Why do my legs suddenly feel weak?
What is Lady Chu afraid as well?
Who is afraid? I just think the trees in this courtyard are exceptionally tree-like.
If you are feeling nervous, my princess, this prince can show you around the bedroom.
My lord, the wedding attire has arrived. Please try it on, princess. My lord, the wedding attire has arrived. Please try it on, princess.
You look gorgeous, princess.
Has the prince tried his on yet?
Not yet. The prince said to attend to you first.
I'll go take a look. Him dressed in red. I definitely can't miss that.
Have you thoroughly thought this through, my lord? This woman bears an extraordinary fate if you wed her into your house.
My mind is made up.
Yet her constitution repels good fortune. What if?
What of it? I welcome it willingly.
Ah.
So eager, my princess?
I came to.
Have you seen enough?
It is all right.
Then why not get your fill?
Wait, the robes. The robes will get wrinkled.
We can make new ones.
The bride arrives.
Don't be afraid. With me around.
Bride and groom bow to each other.
Lord Wang fell into the pond.
Focus on our vows. Wicked deeds bring their own punishment. Acting shy now, are we? Where did the boldness you had peeking at me change go?
Who was peeking? I saw by accident. Right in plain sight. Shen Yan. Why did you investigate me back then?
At first, out of curiosity.
And later?
Later. Once you drink this nuptial cup, we will truly be husband and wife. Don't worry. It won't explode this time.
Your Highness, my lady, something terrible has happened.
It won't explode this time.
Your Highness, my lady, something terrible has happened. Lord Wang brought the censers to tease the bridal chamber, but he was struck by lightning as soon as he entered the courtyard.
It really wasn't me this time.
Ignore him.
Ah.
My princess is quite energetic.
I'm hungry.
Last night.
Shen Yan.
Ha ha ha. For you.
Ah. Is this?
From now on, we will record it together.
Today was truly wonderful, except for that unlucky censor Wang who always loves impeaching me, who is resting at home, after reportedly being struck by lightning. Today is truly a wonderful beginning.